What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla back with a very exciting Godzilla figure review, guys, from our friends over at Playmates. One of their newest offerings from Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, is One Eye. Super excited to take a look at this figure and talk about how awesome this figure is. So, guys, without further ado, let's jump right in. Quickly jumping back to when this figure was in the packaging, just wanted to kind of show it how it displayed. There's One Eye, and flipping around to the back, checking out if you want to pause and read that really quick. And guys, right away, if you want to pause and grab that barcode, Walmart employees can theoretically use that to scan to see if their store has it, if any is on the way, and if any stores in the nearby area also have this figure. So use that barcode. Let me know in the comments below if you have any success finding this figure. Alrighty, and here he is, One Eye, the devious lieutenant to the Skar King. And guys, right off the bat, once again, I had no idea Playmates was going to announce this. The whole Godzilla community seemed to not have any idea that Playmates was going to do this figure until all of a sudden he just started popping up at Walmart. So super cool to see this figure. Super cool that Playmates did it and is kind of expanding upon their GXK figure line along with this guy and the Drowned Viper, yet to find. But as soon as I find that Drowned Viper, a video will, of course, be done. But let's start off with some detail and whatnot. Great looking, as we've come to expect, kind of on the detail level of Playmates. You can see the toenail claw. You can see the toenails. Wrinkles on the feet look good. The fur detail going up the leg looks very good. You can obviously see some screw holes that have been covered up with joint padding, so that's good. Or I got more sort of joint holes. But moving up the legs, do have some kind of nice white paint moving up. Nothing on the abdomen here, but decent detail. You got the fur kind of coming in here. Looks good. Almost looks like that could be some sort of scar of sorts on the stomach there. And then the chest looks good. A couple of scars here, kind of just some battle damage, battle wear on the old guy. Some of the kind of Skar King paint there. A little bit more on the shoulder, you can see. Moving into the arms, very nice, very long, nice long arms, lengthy arms there. Good, kind of some more of this white detail paint kind of coming up through there. Again, fur detail looks pretty darn good on the old guy. A little more of that white on the forearm on that other arm there. The face, guys. Let's talk about this face. Absolutely gorgeous, I think, from Playmates here. Very good head sculpt. The teeth look good. You can kind of see he's got kind of the fang there, the regular standard teeth. The other fang you can kind of see is present on the other side of the face there. Good scars on the face, kind of, the scars that he was given that gave him that one eye. I wonder if that was kind of scars that Skar King gave him for failure to deliver certain things, or if that was kind of, things that happened while he was, wrestling with Shimo or doing other Hollow Earth stuff. But definitely kind of cool. And it's very cool that Playmates kind of made this One Eye kind of a canon name. As far as I know, little brown on the top of the head. And the eyes, guys, look really good. Obviously, you have the kind of the dead eye there. Looks very good. You can almost see where they have the eye, kind of carved into the mold of this guy. But the detail on this other eye is very good. Very good cornea, very good pupil. Paint apps, done very well. I seem to have a little bit of, I don't believe this kind of stuff on the brow is supposed to be there. That might be exclusive to my copy. A little bit of damage taken there. But guys, detail on this figure, very, very good. Playmates is doing a very good job at keeping up the level of detail. You think, oh, they're doing a new figure, maybe they'll just kind of slap them together. They did not with this figure. My first piece of evidence that this figure is not a kind of just lazily thrown together figure is, you're doing a random member of the ape tribe. How easy would it be to just take a Skar King body, repurpose it, take a Kong body, repurpose it? Obviously, they did not do that at all. He's a completely new figure, new arm sculpt, new body sculpt, new leg sculpt. Very cool that they did this because they so easily could have just repurposed, parts of each of ththese figures or whatever. So you can really tell that this guy is kind of a Skar King orangutan, crossed with a, more of a gorilla. He's got the long arms, more like Skar King, but he's got a stockier body, more like Kong. So it's very cool that they did such an original body on this guy and really gave him his own being to be. So that said, here's the sizing. He's fairly similar to Skar King, maybe a little taller actually. He's got a bit of a wide stance at the moment, but very similar height to Skar King. And obviously Skar King, the figure at least, little taller than Kong. These guys are pretty even again in height though. So, but I just had to point that out, how cool it is that, it obviously would have been so easy to just repurpose one of kind of these two, or just kind of use parts of each of them. But no, you could tell longer arms than Kong, skinnier arms than Kong, thicker arms than Skar King, thicker body parts than Skar King. He's got longer legs than Kong, bigger body than Skar King, smaller body than Kong. So just very cool that they, chose to do a completely new body mold for this figure. We sold One Eye next to Kong and Skar King. How about next to Godzilla and Shimo? Obviously, the sizing of these 6-inch Playmates figures is not very compatible as you go along the entirety of the line. Everything's actually pretty decently sized, except for Skar King's a little tall. And obviously Shimo, way too tiny. Godzilla would probably be bigger than this guy also. But just wanted to show the sizing of these two figures next to this the new figure, One Eye. As far as articulation goes on this figure, starting at the bottom, no foot articulation individually, but we do have good knee articulation. Kind of goes, you know, overly far forward to about 90 degrees. And then it also will spin on that joint as well. The thigh, you can kind of, you know, you spin it on this joint. You can probably force it 360, but I don't want to. But it goes more than enough to, you know, use practical, you know, movement. And then the bend on the thigh is pretty good as well. So good movement on the thigh. Unlike Kong, but like Skar King, we do have that torso articulation. So good, obviously easy 360, and then good ab crunch on that arm there, or the body. The shoulder kind of goes from about there all the way in. Good rotation there. And then obviously it's a ball joint, so you get good 360 spin out of it. In terms of the forearm section, again, there's your straight, there's your bend, and then 360 as well. So very posable arms. And the hands do spin 360. There's no wrist articulation for that movement, but they do spin. And then the head does get a good 360. And then obviously we have the original, a new weapon, just kind of a big old bone club, big thigh bone probably. Yeah, I think that's a thigh bone. It's like, that looks thigh-ish, right? You know, that's where the hip would go into the hip. But obviously, something much bigger than the Kong species. So, very cool, pretty good-looking original weapon. And he holds it very well. His fingers pried up, pretty easy to hold it. And he got that, he's got the big old bone club to take care of any enemies. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the newest addition to the Playmates GXK family, aside from the Drowned Viper. But this has been One Eye, the Playmates figure. Very, very good. I love it. I'm not holding my breath or anything, obviously, but I'd love it if Playmates could give us another ape or two, just kind of to add to the ape army, so Skar King can really have kind of a tribe of apes. Really would be cool. The Drowned Viper's awesome. Obviously, Playmates still needs to give us a Scylla. Scylla's the seemingly most logical next addition if Playmates is going to continue this. They gave us the Drowned Viper. So obviously, I think Scylla would be the next addition there. Would really be cool to see. That guy would be awesome. But the One Eye looks very good. I'm so glad they did it. I cannot wait to track down the Drowned Viper. That thing looks humongously long. I cannot wait to see it. I can't wait to see it compared to Tiamat. But it's very cool to have this guy. And then obviously Playmates, you need to give us a full-size, just give me a Doug that's this big. I need a giant-sized Doug. Just more Doug stuff. More Doug content, please, Playmates. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on One Eye in the comment section below. Have you found him? If not, are you going to go ahead and try and track him down? Or are you passing on to this guy? If so, why? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.